Simon Ekpa'S breakthrough as something miraculous finally happened to him. All right, my able listeners and my friends out there, yes, this is yet another episode of Simon Ekpa. Yes, we are still on his trial issue. As you all know, about Simon Ekpa in our last video, there is this very document that the CDS Musa actually sent to the lawyer of Simon Ekpa, Kankumares, which was actually used in defense of Simon Ekpa, that made the appeal court to feel satisfied and was able to say, okay, you are free and acquitted. Not until these new charges came up unexpectedly. Now, I just said something miraculous has just happened. Why don't you ask me what is this miraculous thing? It's miraculous because no one actually expected it coming. This very miracle is just like the one that happened when an old man, a powerful native doctor, came to Finland all the way from Nigeria to help Simon Ekpa out of prison. This one is another very, very sweet miracle. In fact, I pray this kind of miracle happens to some other prisoners. You will not believe this. It was a surprise. Before you travel out of a country, you're supposed to have a very clean slate, a very clean records. You must not be someone with any crime record, or you must not be in debt with anyone or with any organization, or else it will be against you during your interview. No, so before Simon Ekpa traveled back then, it was stated that Simon Ekpa's interview proved the information from the embassy proved that Simon Ekpa is a man of good conduct, that is a man of clean slate. And the sweetest part of this is that Simon Ekpa has a copy of that very, you know, the testimony about him. He actually kept it in Nigeria. So Simon Ekpa all of a sudden remembered this and went and demanded for it to be sent to him in Finland. Now, this very testimony is now sent to Simon Ekpa and now being used by Simon Ekpa's lawyer as a testimony and also as an evidence to prove Simon Ekpa's true identity. At the moment, the Nigerian government are still looking for more evidence to see how to nail Simon Ekpa and make him be denied of that victory he just got. Simon Ekpa, who has finally laid his hand on that very evidence, has moved on to the appeal court with his lawyer, Kankumaris, who presented this as one of the very strong evidence to prove the innocence of his client. A country that labeled him a terrorist has once proved that this man is a man of good conduct. And you know what that means. When someone is labeled a man of good conduct, that very evidence lasts for a very long time. Very long time in the sense that it will continue lasting until that very man commits any crime. So when he commits any crime and convicted of that very crime he commits, then that is when that very claim and testimony about such a man will be cleaned off. But as it is, Simon Ekpa has not been convicted. Yes, they tried convicting him, but he has sought an appeal. So that very convicting is not valid. And that testimony of Nigerian government about him is very much valid. So he is using it against the federal government of Nigeria in court. Now the bone of contention here is this: how can a country that testified of the innocence of a man years ago now come to say this man is a terrorist? What is the truth about them? So you can see where the lawyer to Simon Ekpa conglomerates is actually winning, and how he has proved that Simon Ekpa is innocent. Now, everything being equal, Simon Ekpa, who has made this very clear to the public, has said that nothing other than the truth he will be presented before the appeal. The same country which proved him to be innocent and of good conduct actually gave him award of excellence and also encouraged him with a bronze medal, which he actually won as an Olympic winner. Why will a country that labeled him a terrorist what will be doing uh, with with him if he is not actually of good conduct? According to conglomerates, the truth will now finally be surfaced in the court of law, as the rule of law will help to digress and to divide this into equal halves. The victory of Simon Ekpa is now appearing to be a miracle, as he now talk less and win more. Conglomerates has also pleaded that Simon Ekpa maintain his um, his, his moves. He should restrict some of his movement even within the prison of Kilmakoski, as he claimed that now is the most tedious um, now is the most tedious part, because the federal government and Finland will be working in cahoots to make sure that it is either executed secretly or planned. He said Simon Ekpa is no longer safe. Now evidences are coming in his favor. He has pleaded for more time for more evidence to be gathered, as the recordings he presented to the appeal court already started speaking in favor of Simon Ekpa. My dear listeners, now you can see that Simon Ekpa is actually winning big. There is nothing else Nigerian government can present against him in the appeal court. The District Court of Finland already has hands off the case after evidences has proved Simon Ekpa's innocence. Documents which they supposed to present to get Simon Ekpa vindicated were hidden, only for it to be uncovered after he has been sentenced for 6 years in prison. So what else do they have to present against him? So please, my dear people, for more evidence and for more truth to be uncovered, let's share this very video to our friends and also to our relatives. Let them be updated of the current state of Simon Ekpa in Finland, and join in the prayer to see that Simon Ekpa win this very trial. Same way we are praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, same way we should be praying for Simon Ekpa, because they both are doing it together. Thank you.